Welcome to the Yeeeeeee Connected Radio, 360 Radio. It's Monday night.
A little something we do every Monday night.
Welcome to the Yeeeeeee Connected Radio, 360 Radio. It's Monday night.
A little something we do every Monday night.
They will be here every Monday night.
MCYEEE.
It's your girl, it's Mickey. Tonight, we have a young man in the building.
MCYEEE.
We're gonna talk to him and bang out with him. Crazy, like.
Okay, so niggas wanna play right. It's a green light on a Monday night. You ain't bringing nothing but exclusives. Hold up, bring it back, Russ Ruthless. Niggas wanna know what happened. Tell them I said they need to tap in. So you know where to go when you need a host. YouTube streaming from the East Coast. A whole lot of smoke and a little drink. Connect the radio if you wanna link. The 360radio.com. With MCE, baby, it's on.
When it comes to chicks, I stay chosen.
Tommy Hooks.
Might be sex in the hole, you know.
We connected.
You gotta keep up with me.
McGee.
Just keep up with
DJ
me.
Eddie C.
Never catch me broke, got mad dough.
Russ
When it comes to
Ruthless.
jewels, I stay frozen.
We connected.
You gotta keep up with me.
360.
Come on, dog, just keep up with
360
me.
was super deep in the building that night.
Go Yee, go Yee.
We do have a dope show of music tonight. We got DJ Russ Ruthless on the boards.
Go
Eddie.
I came up on the block with bass in the cut.
Tracks, nigga, this slap cut, you know how we fuck with it.
I came up on the block with bass in
I'm
the
from
cut.
the hood, where it's good, Switch the sweet out the mo backwood, got perk, got grid, in the scraper with the big shiny wheels, black tee, 23, throw my hood up in the air, you see, got pig, got train, I'ma hug this block till
I came up on the block with bass in the cut.
Tracks, nigga, this slap cut, you know how we fuck with it.
I came up on the block with bass in
I'm
the
from
cut.
the hood, where it's good, Switch the sweet out the mo backwood, got perk, got grid, in the scraper with the big shiny wheels, black tee, 23, throw my hood up in the air, you see, got pig, got train, I'ma hug this block till I can't.
Yo, this is how it sounded. Pure crack had a soundtrack. Hustling, jack tracks while the drum slap. Listen how my, look at how my bass slap. Hate that ASAP, lay flat when a cake clap. You can see your face in the pain. 24-inch, no cut, no scrape. Get paid till I fade. I let her hit a bass. They wanna see the mob funky fresh in the place. Do a croco on the chain.
Take a swing of that print, it's going down. Your girlfriend at the crib, she going down. Hop in the 7-0 and go around in a circle sideways up the block clowning. Bitch niggas, we down it cause we don't give a fuck. You put your faith in sluts, man, you ain't seen enough. You put your face in sluts, man, you ain't real as us. I came up on the block with bass in the cut.
From the hood, where it's good, Switch the sweet out the mo backwood, got perk, got grid, in the scraper with the big shiny wheels, black tee, 23, throw my hood up in the air, you see, got pig, got train, I'ma hug this block till I can't.
Where you wanna go? What you wanna do? We can talk it out, a nigga we can shoot. You think it's cute? It get ugly as a shark bite. All that slick shit, bitch, you better talk right. I hug the block, nigga, all day and all night. My weed is all purple, my crack is all white. Some niggas popping pills, some niggas taking Tonys, some niggas really real, some niggas really phony. I'm on your homie helmet, melted like it's grilled cheese. Police on a high speed, real niggas never freeze. Cop keys going broker for broker. Go to war, back and forth, losing soldier for soldier. Every real nigga need protection. I play a role like the grocery store meat section. Want me to lighten up or to be frightened, chump? Come through Taliban style and you getting tightened up.
From the hood, where it's good, Switch the sweet out the mo backwood, got perk, got grid, in the scraper with the big shiny wheels, black tee, 23, throw my hood up in the air, you see, got pig, got train, I'ma hug this block till I can't.
Look, nigga,
I'm always here. You talk under your breath, but I always hear. Take your air with the 5-0, life ain't fair. Lil' Kaz in the pen doing life up there. He need money on his books, I send your wife up there. You're locked down in the house, you doing life out here. Nigga, we ain't never scared, we ain't never cared. We eat your food with full stomachs, we ain't never shared.
From the hood, where's good, where's good. Sweet out the mo backwood, backwood. Got perk, got cream, got the scraper with the big shiny wheels, black tee, 23, throw my hood up in the air, you see, got pig, got train, I'ma hunt this block till I can't, when my niggas in the club, everybody buy out, we don't give a fuck, we'll stop your cow, if a ripper wanna stop
Geek to Connected Radio Monday night. It's like the third week in April, I think. I don't even know where we're at right now. It's your host, Yeeeeeee, the Major Key. Want a big shout out everybody watching right now on the live feeds. I see C Monkey Dookie on your doorstep is on that motherfucker. We seen him yesterday at the Gauger panel, so much love to C Monkey Doo. He's definitely on the climb. That Axiom video is dope. Yeah, we gauged the video last night live. So I know personally I gave it a bunch of nice gauges and shit. Much love to JP Forever Young is tuned in as well. We got Jerron Jenkins tuned in. A lot of the Go Dare fam. I just seen Birch Boy Barry on Southside Sue from the Rich. A lot of big fans and supporters tuned in today. We got Peter Parker in the corner, shooting for us like we do. I'm the driver, he's the shooter. We got Russ Ruthless on the boards.
Yeah, you know it.
A big thank you out to Melanie for rolling around with me this weekend. Lady in Pink 707. She was rolling around with me all weekend. We actually started on a Thursday night. Thursday night we went down to Oakland to the Lavish D show. Banked Up was definitely in the building. It was like stripper poles and money, and I had money in my hoodie when I walked out, like they have fallen into the hood of it and shit. It was crazy. We had that shit went till about 2 a.m. Me and Tara rolled down there to that, and it was a dope show. He had that shit going money crazy. Shout out Cali Woods as well for the footage on that. So what else? We also went, I did a drive-through the other day. I was at a drive-through getting food the other day at McDonald's, and she was like, okay, and what else? And I'm all, and what else?
What else? She's like, what?
It was hilarious. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. So then Friday night I stayed home. I had a much-needed sleep, which I don't recall how that feels really anymore, because Saturday...
Yeah, you never sleep. I don't think you do, honestly.
Saturday night we ended up at the Coolio the Underdog show, the Cavi Jam in Vacaville. I hosted that for P. Reek and Underdog. That shit was smacking. It was definitely dope in that motherfucker. We had dope-ass music. You're good. You can come on in and set up. DJ Loot in the building setting up his equipment and shit like that. So Saturday night we had the Cavi Jam. That was super pleasure. I'm always blessed to be a part of that. Shouts out to the Underdog. Shouts out to Straight Shooters. Shouts out to P. Reek, Fetty Boys. Real big fan of ours too. Here at Connected Radio. And then we went from that, I grabbed Lady in Pink from the Cavi Jam Saturday night, and we went to the Darion and Hard Hit a Problem video shoot Sunday, and that was at Knockdown Music. So we did a song called What You Talking About. If you ain't talking money, what you talking about? I mean, for real though, for real. So we got to get into the video. Like I said, if you want somebody that's not going to be all in the videos and all on the live feeds, don't hire me, because I was right up in that bitch all day. Don't even hire Yeeeeeee, because all day long I was like, what you talking about? So we had a dope ass time there. Chima slid through on me, got me some tree that day, so big shout out to C. Always holding me down. And then we went from there. I was blessed to be included on this Gauger panel. So Gauger is an app, and I'm going to show you guys a little later what works with the Gauger app. It's an app that you download, and artists, you can download your songs and videos to this app, and you can have industry professionals gauge your music. There's 4 categories. There's hooks, there's content, there's beat, and there are lyrics. So we gauge it on what we feel. And then what you can do is utilize our gauging and share it on your social sites, and we would share it on our social sites, so your songs get out there. You have a credible source that's referring to how we feel about it. The logo's on my hat. Anybody can see my hat. And the person who put me in touch with that was Ant and Gary Archer. So Gary Archer, Legend Gary, everybody should know who Gary Archer is. And if you don't, you need to go look him up. I'm not even going to fucking bless y'all with all that. So he put me on the panel with people like Rick Lee and Black Mark and Static Selecta. And it was just like a big, big blessing and a huge honor to even be included in that. We saw Caesar from One World in there yesterday. Don P from All Bay was in there yesterday. He was on the panel as well. There was like Catfish and chicken wings and mac and cheese and sandwiches and all the shit. Like, we love that Gager party. So it was really dope to be able to be a part of that and be included as far as industry powerhouses and you know, being on that flyer with those people. To me, just solidified what I do here a little bit more, you know. And it's like, this isn't really about the money. Everybody knows that. This isn't about the money. This is about the exposure. This is about putting other people out, like putting the energy out in the world to make other people better. And that betters yourself, you know. So always put your first foot forward. Always be the better person. I know I'm hella petty all the time, and I sound like I'm preaching to the choir. But I seriously have been doing that lately, and it works, you know. So just try to keep a pure heart. Try to walk a pure light, and it works for you. So we don't really care about the views here. We would love more. But it's more about the exposure, and it's more about helping people, and it's more about making people feel good with music. You know, that's what I've always done. So the doors always will open if you make the right moves in life, and that's my opinion. Big shout out to my DJs, DJ Eddie Z, DJ Russ Ruthless. I wouldn't be in this position I'm in if I hadn't have y'all here. So much love for that. And I will be attending these Gager parties every other week, so we're going to definitely make sure and get you guys some more information about the app. It's definitely a good tool for artists. I would say if you have a little bit of money and you want to get a credible like report on your song and where you can share it on your social sites, I would definitely go into that for sure. So we got Siren in the building. We're going to get our shit set up. We're going to get our songs ready, and we're going to come back and talk to Siren for just a few minutes and see what she's got going on. It's your girl, it's Yeeeeeee Connected Radio. We also have Chef 2 from Top Chef in this bitch in about an hour. Yeah. So I would suggest you keep your ears to the speakers. This is like the hip-hop chef, though. What up, though? Yeetus. Run that.
Yeah. Don't stop, won't quit. Never could, never. Mac, right back with some more shit. You know. Come on, man. I'm a rap-matic, track addict, and I'm back at it. Play me a beat with this heat, I'm a blap at it. The cat's got it. When the max batted, you don't wanna see me. Punk, get your hat flatted, dope like a crack addict or a hop head. Spit it clear so you can hear what I said. Hot head, nigga that got dreads. Got red, stop red, get hit with the hot lead. In my bed, you might see three things: high heels, mop heels, and hoes and G-strings. I see things through my pimpin' glasses. Cheesy macaroni teaching pimpin' classes. I dips and mashes, Mercedes Benzes. Might wear stunners without the lenses. I'm off the hinges, I handle business. Leave no clues, witness or forensics. No co-defendants, all by my lonesome. Won't see Solano, Quentin or Folsom. I dose them at the four-way stop sign. 40 HK, don't fuck with Glock 9. I rock lines, I'm a star, I'm famous. Got my own language, cool when I swing it. Oh, I'm all out the dough. 351 with the shift in the flow. Come on, you busy, let's do some grown shit. Put on a tight thong, too small, that don't fit. When I'm on the tears, I'm a fool, I don't quit. Unborn kids, not our own shit. Come on, you busy, let's do some grown shit. Put on a tight thong, too small, that don't fit. When I'm on the tears, I'm a fool, I don't quit. Unborn kids, not our own shit. Trey rock line from here to New York. Only smoke rope, no coke or Newports. Hibachi, Benny, Hanna, pork on my fort. Rapping is a sport, and this is my court. Do anything to win, while referees cheat. I flagrant foul and bruise the beat. Read them in the week. I'm a royal flush, give me some shrooms so I can get much. Kick dust, always in something tight. Hella loud with the whistle or the suction pipe. Bucking dice. In Vegas or Reno, axe kilo. Nigga, he know I'm well connected.
All my thoughts on paper, only I can read. The perfect way to get these twisted feelings free. Don't judge me, these melodies. Tap your foot and get up and dance with me. Tap your foot and get up and dance with me. Tap your foot and get up and dance with me. The music takes up, it's hard to play. I'm so out of control, so I got to explode. The music makes me feel wild and free. I'm out of control, I'm about to explode. The music takes up, it's hard to play. I'm so out of control, so I got to explode. The music makes me feel wild and free. Get lost in the music. My heartbeat is the rhythm. I'm lost in the music. In the speed of me living. Get lost in the music. My heartbeat is the rhythm. I'm lost in the music. In the speed of me living. The music takes up, it's hard to play. I'm so out of control, so I got to explode. The music makes me feel wild and free. I'm out of control, I'm about to explode. The music takes up, it's hard to play. I'm so out of control, so I got to explode. The music makes me feel wild and free.
Siren in the building, out of
What
control.
up?
So, first of all, where you hail from? Man? Where you hail from? Where you from?
I am from small town Placerville, California.
Hey, I know that area now.
Hey.
I recently started a job
Nice.
in Auburn, so I'd be up there at those statues and shit at the dentist's office.
Okay.
Like at the Amazon statues, the big tall ones, and I sit down there and sacrifice employees at lunch. So that's how I've been getting my raises lately. You know, it's been working out pretty well for me. Shout out to Derek B on the live feed.
That's
I
awesome.
see you.
That's awesome.
We got people tuned in watching Siren from Placerville. So you always been a Cali girl, I take it.
Yes. Born and raised in Cali.
Wonderful.
Born and raised in Cali.
Beautiful blonde too. That's what we like out here.
Thanks.
Shout out to Lisa. I got her on the line too. She's also one of the big promoters out here. We got a Rock the Mic coming up Friday night. So everybody tap in, call in. I got 2 tickets for you at the door.
Awesome.
It's about to get hot in Sacramento when it's already hot and it's April. It's
Right?
like crazy.
Oh,
So
man.
who inspired these songs? Like, who did you listen to when you were in like 7th, 8th grade when your parents were like, turn that fucking shit down? Who were you listening to?
That's funny. Well, my dad was always promoting music. He always wanted me
My
listening
dad
to
was a
everything.
promoter, too.
Yeah. My dad, he would like come in with CDs from all these old bands. I'm like, Dad, I'm not gonna listen to stuff that's outdated. He's like, no, this is real music.
Right.
You need to listen to it. So I would, and all of that diverseness and like all the different things. I mean, of course, listen to Britney Spears and I listen to Backstreet Boys. I'll give shout outs to them. They helped me
Right.
through high school.
Yes, for sure. I was telling a story the other day. I got beat up on the bus in 8th grade because I
No.
listened to the B-52s. Yeah.
Did
I had a
you
B-52s.
really?
I had a B-52s tape. It was a tape. Yes, I said a tape. I'm 42 years old.
Yeah,
It's a
right,
cassette
right.
tape.
Hey.
I had a B-52s
Yeah.
tape, and I had a girl that I had just moved here from Texas, and I was a little weird. I will admit that. But this girl on the bus was like, "You listen to the B-52s? That's fucking weird," you know. And then
No
she was just
way.
like, "Bang!" like right on my
She
face.
didn't like him that much.
She didn't. Lori Peters was her name, and she
Wow,
didn't like him
never
that
forget
much.
her. Never forget her.
She hated the B-52s. So from then on, I was like, "Mom and Dad, I'm not riding the bus anymore." So they took me to school, and then I had a nice car ever since. So I got blessed for that.
Oh,
beating.
there you go.
It's all right.
Thanks, Lori.
It's okay. Big shout out to the sponsors, Boss Lady Products, Go Dare Magazine, Chicken Hill. Gager is a sponsor now, so we got everybody in the building tonight. So as far as like Britney, I would say Britney was a good influence on me too. I liked a lot of like the Taylor Danes and Heart and like the old like 80s rock woman rock shit that they were doing.
Yeah, no, those were fun too.
When
I like
was
a little
your-
bit of everything.
When was your first live performance, and were you nervous?
Oh my gosh, my first live performance, well, I guess it was the 4th grade. It was a talent show.
What?
Yeah, talent show.
Started young.
Talent show, and we were the cool girls in school. No, we weren't. We were nerds. We were not cool at all, but we wanted to be cool. So we're like, let's do the talent show. We're gonna have this cool dance, and we did to the song. What is it? Something Diner. I can't remember. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
Tom's
that's
Diner.
Suzanne
Tom's Diner,
Vega,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So that was our song in the 4th grade. We picked that, and we were doing our little dance. We were getting up there,
I
and we
remember
had
that
yellow
song.
capris and shirts with sunflowers on them. I mean, we were styling.
And that's when we knew that Siren would be a fucking industry standard here in the house
yeah.
in the house and EDM
Oh,
world.
yeah. So there
have
it
you,
was.
Have you ever done like a rave show like live? Have you done a
No,
performance?
but that would be amazing. I need to
might
find a
have
cool
the-
DJ.
I might have the line for you on that.
Oh, girl, hook it up. Hook
I've
it
been
up.
invited to several EDM and rave shows lately, and unfortunately, I haven't had the drugs to go. But if I had an artist, maybe I could go in and pretend I was high or something.
Hey, I'm totally. I'll be your artist. That'd
we
be
should
fun.
definitely check
That
that
would be
out.
fun. I've been wanting to do something like that. I'm always telling Leo, I'm like, we need to find like a really cool DJ, like Marshmello to like crazy head thing, just back there bumping our music, and I'll
Right.
be out there just dancing. We'll get you up on the stage. It'll be
Yes,
fun.
perfect. And
It'll
I
be
have
fun.
one. I have a DJ named Lionhead who wears an actual lion head when
There
he's
we
on
go.
stage. See, and with a
See?
t-shirt. that
I was
says
putting
DJ
out those
Lionhead.
vibes,
and
and
it
there
worked
it
for you. It worked. Hi, will be right with you. American Cream in the building, y'all. He's just here to give us a little. We're gonna. You want? Hang on. Just you want 5 minutes now, or you want to wait? Whenever. Okay, this is the way. I guess this is the way I roll my shit, right? We're
Hey,
gonna
no
wait
worries.
for just a minute. So the song that we're about to go into, and
Mm-hmm.
first of all, let me introduce. I know you got your DJ in the building. Actually,
Yes, DJ Loot. So this is my producer, my right hand man. He's awesome. We're partners in the biz, I guess you could say.
Hey, biz partners.
Hey, biz partners, Loot Biz.
Loot Biz in
Loot
the building.
Biz in
So
the
everybody
building.
can find DJ Loot. You find him
Sure, New Hashi.
at DJ Loot. I believe it's it's everywhere like that. Right?
Everywhere, yeah. You'll see DJ Loot.
Quality products. This guy
Yeah.
man's put quality products out.
Great,
Beats,
great
production, mixing, mastering,
Yeah.
all around just fun guy.
He's like a Swiss Army knife. He does it all.
I know. And,
Yeah.
and the Snapchat filters and the Facebook
Oh,
filters.
do
and-
not. Do not. Dude, all those personalities are going to have to get their own
I love
interview
it.
at some point.
They all need their own business card, bro. Like real shit. I'm just saying. I know. Hey, P Reek on the live feeds. I see you watching. That's my Fetty boy. Definitely got ties down there in the 707. So the song we're going into now, what's it called? This is the mastered song. The dope song.
Oh, wasn't the plan. Okay, so this one is different. As I think, anyone who's kept up with the music that we do, we like to hit a couple different genres. We don't really necessarily want to stick to just one. We want to try it all. So this one is actually, speaking of the Swiss Army knife, this guy is on the saxophone and the trumpet over here making this for me and the guitar, and he sends it my way, and I was like, oh, Lou, we got to do more of that. So this is a lot of brass, a lot of instrumental stuff, and we're going to get it a little smooth with it.
Hey, let's do that.
I hope you
We're
like
gonna
it.
run this out. DJ Russ Ruthless, spin that shit up.
Singing myself asleep again. Tonight. Because you don't even know me, although it should be so easy. That wasn't the plan, didn't understand. These nights, they get so lonely, even when the strangers get so friendly. Caught up in race, guess this is who I would be for a night or two. No, but it's not me.
Listening to the song though. I was listening to the song. What up?
Thank you.
I see
Thank
Bear
you.
Gang is watching. I see all the Loot fans are
What's
watching.
up, Bear Gang? We'll
All
be
the-
seeing you soon.
All the Siren fans are watching. Yes, Bear Gang is watching.
Thanks, guys. We got a show together on the 7th.
Tati Antoinette is watching. Happy belated birthday to that girl right there.
Happy birthday.
She's definitely a dope person. We have some paperwork out in the hallway that I'm going to get to talk about in just a minute that our friend over at American Cream has helped us with about these senseless police shootings. So I'm definitely going to get you guys hipped up on that. That was a groovy ass song. You know what I
Thank
see
you.
happening with that? I see
Tell
me
me.
getting fucked up on a boat.
Yeah.
Smoking a fat joint.
Yeah.
Playing
yeah,
that.
playing that. That's what I like to hear.
And I'm not going to get tan, but my
Some
bitch
nice
will. Like some
waters.
shit like that. You know, some sun
Floating.
and shit in the building. Yes. Summer's
Awesome.
here. Summer's
Awesome.
here. So that's definitely a summer hit.
Thank you.
In my opinion.
I'm feeling it already.
I will definitely be I know everybody's hot. We're hot
hot.
today. It's not even hot yet. It's going to be 112
I know.
this summer.
What are we going to do in like a month from now?
I don't know. The
We're already
world,
dying.
obviously, with the way that our government's being run, we won't be here in a few months. So we're going to get fucking nuked.
Well, you guys, I hope you all listen to the music before that happens.
Right. Let's make sure you get
Maybe
it
we
in
can
your
play
brain.
that song.
Where can they find you at? Give them your social sites. Where can they find your music? How can they get to it?
Well, we made everything real easy for you. So we actually have a website. It's www.syrenmusic.com. Siren Music, SYRE. And music.com.
Nice.
And that is where all our links are to everything. Our YouTube channel, all of the sites where you can buy the music. Everything is sold as singles. It's all available where digital music is. You can buy it and look it up. But yeah, that website pretty much links you to everything.
What's your preferred mode of social media? What do you use the most?
I think honestly, besides getting lost on Snapchat because I'm easily amused. Instagram.
I'm an
Instagram
IG
is
girl.
probably my favorite.
I'm an IG like whore.
Yeah, I love Instagram. You know, you can kind of filter out all the unnecessary stuff, and it's all right there.
I be fucking with IG tough. Like, I'm married to 7 people on IG right now. I've already married 7 men.
I need to catch up.
Yeah, you should. You should get on the Yee Squad. Like, we moving mean out
Yeah.
here. We're moving mean.
That's
So,
awesome.
As far as Loot, what are your social sites? Let them know real quick so we can get you some plug in.
DJLOOT.biz. Same thing.
DJLoot.biz.
Everything's, you can link out to everything.
What do you offer the people?
Recording, mixing, mastering, beats, links to industry services, publishing, distribution, videographers, graphics people. But basically, I know
He's
somebody
a
in
Swiss
everything.
Army knife.
I wasn't lying.
Yeah.
I wasn't lying.
He really is a Swiss Army knife. I'm just saying though, that's super
But
dope.
like all the Swiss Army knives, I'm missing the little toothpick. Right,
Right, that part.
That always gets lost.
What's the song we're gonna go into last here, babe?
All right, so the last song we're going into, this one's a fun one. This is actually one we're pushing a lot. It's fun, it's poppy, and it's called Delicious.
Okay.
So I hope you like it.
And we want to thank Siren for coming in today.
Hey, thank you.
Because of the heat and the timing here, we're going to make sure to get this petition in the rotation too. So I want to make sure you guys get everything, all the plugs out you need to right now, because after this song, we're going to go into what we got to talk about with that.
Once again, sirenmusic.com, SYREN music.com. Hope you enjoy the tracks you heard today.
Yes.
Go ahead and follow, add, like, share. Come to the shows in the future. It's going to be awesome.
Where's your next live show?
Next live show we have, I'm playing actually at the First Festival
Okay.
on the 6th. I have a little spot there. And then on the 7th, I'm actually playing with Cali Bear Gang over at Blue Lamp.
Nice.
So, hey,
We
they're
love the Bear
headlining
Gang.
the show. So we're pretty excited.
Motherfucker, I'm girl.
So hope to see y'all there. And I'm going to go jump in the river across the street because it's hot. But let's get delicious on it.
Delicious. Siren in the building, y'all.
What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. Oh boy, you're driving me insane. You got me dissecting my brain. Every breath I take is for you. Help me. I'm coming unglued, glued, 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 glued. I'm coming unglued, glued, 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 glued.
Kyrie, what's up? Drop some dope. Kyrie, what's up? Drop some dope on these
My name is Young Ray Momaine, and this is my opinion. And since I got your attention, there's some shit I would like to mention. Fucking punk ass rollers, them highway type of strollers. Cause they be running the bus to big fake cats and get up soldiers. I guess they want to fold us, but see, we won't just have that. Because I'm from the streets in 93 and play us bus back. I might just be a dead man, because I speak rebellion. The way that Malcolm X and Dr. King, there ain't no telling. The government, they hating me, but still I got 380. That's why I go for back, cause Uncle Jimmy never paid me. Still they try to fade me. Then today's the payday. I'm standing in the cuts, fucking it up with my AK. 47 ways, look like brothers won't behave. And since I'm stressed, I'm on the quest to get them in they grave. I'm trying to go to school, but the system wasn't having me. So say it's technicality, but this is just reality. In 1992, you know how crazy I was feeling. My name is Young Mac Momaine, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
Oh man, Mo, why you coming like that, man? You know that's that shit, man. Straight from the crap side, man. You know they can't fuck with this, man. That's that shit.
My name is Young Mac Momaine, and this is my opinion. I had to set up shop, but it ain't right shit I be dealing. The ghetto type of feeling, the drug money and killing. I sit there, play a style, it's gonna make me a million. I'm trying to live very happily, but fools be wanting to cap me. That's why I better my coat with something dope that I be packaging. It's gonna be a tragedy on your whole family. So call them punk police, them little pussies can't even handle me. You might think I'm a criminal, but this is not subliminal. I'm trying to spit that knowledge to my folks, but you don't hear me though. Some might think I rock gang bust, but all I want is justice. In my chest to get on the mic and speak to these hustlers. And if you like the realness, you might think this appealing. My name is Young Man Momaine, and this is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my opinion.
Haha, yeah, nigga. That's that shit, though. You motherfuckers need to hear the shit he spit, though. But you don't hear it, though. You got some little old punk motherfuckers, man. He spitting that real crest-side, Sawyer Street player type shit, man. Motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck, and I'm in this shit, man. Haha. Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Now I got my
Yeah, we Mr. Opinion is in the building too. Go ahead and let's let him talk. Do you want to be called anonymous or do you want to be called who you are?
My name is Min.
So what are you here to talk about real quick? We got a serious issue though. You guys need to tune up, put your ears to the speakers. This is some real shit.
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me.
Of course.
I do quite a bit of work out in the community, and certain things come across me, get to my hands, and I got to figure out how I can help.
Right.
And this is an issue here that I've been working on, but then this came across to me and made my job even easier, and it'll make it easier for everyone else. But let me start off by reading this letter, and then I'll get into the help that's needed. This was drafted by James Sweeney, Legislative Director of BAPAC.
Right.
BAPAC stands for Black American Political Association of California. And I'll read you the letter. BAPAC of Sacramento chapter clearly and vigorously supports AB 931, which is Assembly Bill 931. This bill will change the standard in which deadly force is used and authorize such force only when necessary to prevent imminent death or bodily injury given the totality of the situation. This bill seeks to compel other alternatives and methods that are non-lethal and are designed to de-escalate harm and violence. It might be noted that African American men are 20 times more likely to die from police violence than their white counterparts. We support the Police Accountability and Community Protection Act. Police kill more people in California than any other state. Clearly, the Stephen Clark situation is a more recent and compelling reason to revise the way we do business in California. Studies demonstrate that officers in departments that have adopted these policies kill fewer people, and the officers themselves are less likely to be harmed as they carry out their duties. BAPAC would be more than pleased to join other community groups as a co-sponsor to this historical groundbreaking legislation in California. Now, with this and what I have here is a letter that can be filled out. It's already states that it supports the act. All you have to do is put your name in here, sign it, and then we can get it into the right hands. I know someone on the inside that what I can guarantee is whoever comes in here, if you care about this situation, sign it and just leave it here, and then I'll come back. Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
And I'll come back and I'll pick them up. Or if you can't come in here, you could follow me on Instagram, American Cream Co, and then DM me, and then I could send you an electronic version. You could sign it and then send it back to me, and then I can print it out and I'll go deliver it. So this goes out to everyone that participated in the protest. If you are in the protest and you can hear this, you might want to consider doing this, because the protest was amazing and was able to draw attention and get people to know what's going on and bring the awareness. But now there's more work to be done. This is at least one step in the direction of having a solution that could help stop something like this from happening again. So basically, this bill is saying that the police cannot just kill someone even if they're scared. They have to take certain tactics, to stop it. And if that doesn't work, then they try something else, and then shooting someone is the last resort. You don't want it. They're basically saying you just can't kill someone, right from the get-go.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll have these letters here, correct? These are
mine? Yes, these are for
we'll
you.
have these letters here, and again, if you want to be involved and you want to get to know more about it, DM him directly, but we would love to be the conduit to fix all this, okay? Because the senseless police violence is insane, so if there's anything we can do to put any type of stop to that, I would love to be a part of it. So I want to thank you for coming in tonight. I want to thank you for speaking on it. I want to thank you for putting that together.
Thank you.
And I'm definitely going to hold you down for sure, and
yeah,
you know that.
The one thing I can guarantee is I can guarantee that I will take them to Mr. Sweeney, and myself, someone else, and Mr. Sweeney will take it to whoever that it's supposed to go to next. But once it's there, I can't guarantee anything from there. But regardless, we have to do this.
Yeah, it's the steps we have to take.
Just do it. It's a way to do something without being violent.
Right.
And if this works out, this would be a perfect way to prove to other people that getting together and doing something and going the political route could be,
the right way to go. Right.
You know,
let's discourage some of the violence and try to get some of this shit on paperwork. Maul, you can come in and sit down, babe. You're good to go. So we got Mac Maul and Chef 2 in the building. I want to thank American Cream once again.
Thank you.
For the shirts, for the love, for the knowledge, for the effort. Real shit, it's not every day you see people making moves on this behalf. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart because of people that I love.
Join us.
I will join you.
This right here.
For sure. You can have this one right here as soon as he moves. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
I gave you 5. I'm so sorry. I'll give you more time next time.
Perfect.
But I'll have these here for you guys. So anybody tuned in listening that wants to make sure that these police don't shoot first, get with me. I have letters for you guys. Right, let them know them, Maul.
Fuck the pigs.
You got Mac Maul in the building. You got Chef David, too, in the building. Ed is in the building. Look at these guys. Milk Money.
Milk Money,
man. That's dope. What's the shirt about?
It's about the donut thing I started. It's a donut and ice cream shop.
Okay.
So we do, it's all based around, 90s hip-hop. I've got... I got Ice Cube donuts. I'm doing one about Maul.
Yeah.
Mac Maul donut.
I'm doing that Mac Maul donut.
What's the flavor?
It's gonna be Cavassier and lime. You know what I mean? Just trying to do some cool shit.
That's dope. So we don't have to go to this bullshit voodoo all the time. We can go to you.
Yeah, pretty much. It's we're
city.
trying to do I've done a lot of high-end cooking. I was a 2 Michelin star pastry chef. I mean, I've worked in some of the best restaurants in the country, but I wanted to get back to having fun and cooking, and I love hip hop. I'm from Fresno. I stayed in Vallejo. I lived in the Bay. It's this is what I love, like hip hop and baking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you're a baker.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
This-
And you know that's like the formula for hip hop is baking. You have to have the right equivalents and it has to be the right measurements too.
Exactly.
course.
Yeah,
Right?
Exactly. This
Yeah.
dude's pop-ups, man. He do donut pop-ups until his restaurant's open.
Well, we
But
should
they
do a
sell
pop up
out.
up here.
I mean, they sell out like in 20 minutes. You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah. I don't
it's
doubt that.
ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
I don't
it's,
doubt
it's
that.
crazy.
I'm not up on you, but I'm about to be.
Oh,
Real
definitely.
shit.
I'm
I
I'm trying to get Maul out here when I do the Mac Mall donut.
Definitely.
I love
be big.
donuts. I love donuts for sure.
If you don't like donuts, you're probably a communist.
So let's get a proper introduction here, because I kind of went from one to next to the next to the next. This is how we do it here on Connected Radio. I want to again thank American Cream for the gear and especially for this, because these letters are going to assure that these cops can't just shoot because they're fucking scared. Like, let's make them have some accountability on this. We had a really senseless shooting up here about a month ago. So young man, 23 years old, Stephon Clark, rest in peace, Stephon Clark, justice for Zoe. Really affected the community here, rocked us really hard. So we're trying to help with that as much as we can here at 360 Radio. And, you know, we're for the streets, we're for the people. So that's what we're here for. So first I want to introduce the person who brought you lovely gentlemen to me. Mac Mall is in the building. This is an old friend of mine.
Yes. What's happening, y'all? It's the MAC, y'all. Mr. MAC Mall, all in the building.
You may know who he is. He was here with me on my birthday last year, and we had quite a good time that time too.
You might know me.
Yeah, you might know him. He's just a fucking legend.
Can I say one thing though?
You can say whatever you want.
I want to thank everybody who been wishing me happy anniversary, because Untouchable made 22 today. So everybody who's giving me shout outs and the love, I appreciate it and much love. 22 years.
That's crazy.
But it ain't about me. It's about the gentleman that I brought here for you. You know what I mean? My partner, my homie, man. Chef extraordinaire, real Oaktown player. You know what I mean? Top chef, you feel me? And many, many other things, man. My homeboy. And now your homeboy, Chef 2. Get at him, man.
Chef 2 is in the building.
What's up? Thank you for the
Chef
lovely
2.
introduction, Mac. You know?
That's right. Look at his Raiders hat. Eddie Z's gonna love you.
And there ain't no bandwagon shit. This was before the time. This is before the $100 million contract. You feel me? This is before the Marshawn Lynch. What's up, Marshawn Lynch? That's the homie. Hey, what's up?
And I know the reason that Maul knows you is because Maul's a gourmand. Like, he's a foodie. So he loves good food, for real. If there's gonna be good food, he knows where it is. So how did you start burning? Like, how'd you know you were a cook? How'd you know you were a chef?
I've been cooking, a lot like Edward over here to my right. You know, I've trained in, the nation's best and California's best as well.
Right.
But real talk off top, I tell people that the first time I encountered food was from my mom's. Keep it real, keep it 100.
Right.
And just like taste is subjective and all that stuff, but our moms and our grandmas, that's where good food comes from.
Tradition,
you know what I mean?
generation to generation, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just real talk, like the best restaurants in the world, quote unquote, and all that bullshit. All due respect, not really though. This is Ron Burgundy voice right now.
Bring it in.
With all due respect, but fuck you. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But real talk, like, in this room right now, I guess y'all can all agree. Where does food come from? Where does cuisine come from?
The
Our
heart.
moms and mothers, right?
Yeah, heart.
So why all the fine dining chefs is all men? Think about that.
That's crazy.
Think about that. Think about that.
I never thought of that.
I'll bring my moms in on anybody right now. Say something else.
Right.
Say something else.
I bet she would kick ass too. So what was like the origin of what you ate when you were growing up? What was your favorite when you were a kid?
So it's a little bit different though. Like, I think if I could stand up, I'm like a 6'1"
You
Asian
can.
dude.
You can stand up. You can do whatever you want. You can fucking dance.
I'm a 6'1" Asian dude. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. And I'm Vietnamese by culture and by descent.
Excellent food too.
Yeah, but I'm from an island though. My parents are from an island.
Yeah, break that down to him about the fish sauce.
About the fish sauce thing.
Yeah,
so
let's
everybody.
talk about fish sauce.
So Vietnam's big, right? But everyone from the mainland is hella different from myself and my family. I'm from an island. It's called Phu Quoc. It's like closer to Cambodia. When you guys pull up on your Google Maps and like reference it, I'll give y'all a second.
Hey, Cambodia.
Hey. But yeah, so that island used to belong to Cambodia. Vietnam took it over, and it's known as the birthplace of fish sauce. So like my family's been making for 100 years, and
100 years.
100 years.
It's got to be a lengthy process then.
But the crazy thing is like landing here in the States, coming up from Oakland and all that stuff, and being in this, as Tupac said, praise Tupac. Yeah. It's a white man's world. You because you're not of this certain European class.
Class. I was gonna say class. Yeah.
You know what I mean? European class. Yeah, they teach you how to self-shame. Oh, your history ain't important. So in school, we're gonna learn about Europe. We're gonna learn about Spain. We're gonna learn about France. We're gonna learn about Britain. You know what I mean? Everyone else was a slave to this man. You know, like, I started learning food on my own and through different histories. You know, what set me on this path was, funnily enough, learning about the North African Muslim Moors. You know what I mean? No, you learn about the Roman Empire and you see all these movies about gladiators and shit, but you don't learn about the fall of the Roman Empire.
Right.
Because why the Muslims took over.
Oh, for
you know what I mean? And you know what happens to the Muslim?
Feel me?
And you know what the Muslims were? They were African. They were black men who were rich, and women and queens who were rich.
Taught people how to bathe. Did all type of cool shit.
Off top, but you don't.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Yeah, man.
But off top, you don't learn about that history. So in turn, I was questioning myself, like, why didn't I learn about my history? So
That's
it's
a
the
good
same
question,
thing.
and it's a good way to pose it. Like.
But you, not to cut you
No,
off,
you're
man.
good, Maul. You're good.
No, I was gonna say, but you learn, like, when you start going into your food, you learn about your history.
And the
'Cause
beauty
your
of it,
history is told.
It's in through your food, yeah.
Through your food, and
It's like a story. It's like a story.
When he broke it down to me about like his family, you know what I mean, and the fish sauce and all the stuff. Like he's one of his. This is something that I wanted to tell him on air. Like one of my favorite dishes that he makes only has like 3 ingredients.
Cause it's simple.
You know what I
and
mean?
good, yeah.
The what you call it? The oyster shot. It's like
lime juice,
salt,
black pepper,
dill. You know what I mean?
Real
It's
simple.
so simple, but it's so just like complex.
Yeah.
It's everything,
Right,
man. You know
right.
what I mean? But tell him, nigga.
Thank you, man. But I mean, that's a conversation for all of us to have, though. It's like,
Right.
I do a lot of work. I do work at San Quentin.
Okay.
This program called Quentin Cooks. I call them the dudes there. I'm going to call them inmates because that's derogatory. You know what I mean? They're men
Right.
just like we
Yeah,
are.
they're
people. They're brothers,
They just got caught.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
getting
that.
caught is a form of privilege too. It's like
Right.
people who got money usually don't get caught.
Right, you're right.
Trump.
You're right. You're right. This motherfucker ain't paid a tax in a motherfucking million moons, and he's still out tripping around and shit.
What's up, man?
What? Okay, so you learn cooking. You start cooking through your family, learning about your history, deep and diver. What was the first restaurant you worked at?
The first restaurant I worked at, I was a butcher before I hopped into a restaurant.
Oh,
I
you
learned how to
cut
cut
meat.
meat. So shout out to Alameda Market.
Hey.
Barron's Meat. He was my old butcher. He's a Jewish butcher that eats pork.
Bacon is fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Bacon is good.
Yeah.
I mean, man, the man upstairs or the woman upstairs, rather, would not have put that animal on this earth if we don't supposed to eat shit.
And
Right?
it
I'm sorry, man.
And it tastes so good.
Sorry, Fairkind.
Yeah, I ain't trying to disrespect, but it tastes good to me though. That's all that matters.
Come on, man. If something better than bacon, man.
Just let me tell you this: you don't want the pork on your plate, you can put it on mine. It's cool.
Right. We'll eat it. Yeah.
So you was a butcher first.
And then I had my
that.
first job.
And then, so where was the first job at?
The Peasant and the Pear in San Ramon.
The
And that's
Peasant and the Pear.
so shout out to my chef, Chef Rodney Worth. He's got like 6 or 7 restaurants now. Blowing
Is that
up.
like fine dining, peasant and pear?
It's more like it's like a bistro.
Okay.
But it just happens to be in like a really rich neighborhood.
Okay.
But story for him, like rags to riches type of thing. He grew up in Hayward, Haystack.
Haystack.
He grew up in Hayward, hard working class family.
Yeah.
Started off with a small sandwich shop, like pop-up style. In San Ramon, started blowing up so hard.
Yeah.
He had to relocate, and he bought a space out in Danville, and just kept on like doubling up, throwing it out and making more.
So you go to that restaurant. Do you start off? You don't start off just in the kitchen. You start off doing other jobs and then build up to where you behind like shoe chef and stuff like that. I don't know the whole thing.
Right. Do you start as like dishes and then sue and then on to like.
So when I was doing dishwashing and stuff, that's when I was working in high school. Because when you're from Oakland, you want a pager. You know what I mean? You want a car. You're gonna have to work when you're 15,
get your money,
14.
right.
You know what I mean?
You go to school fresh the next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was dishwashing and bussing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the easiest thing to do. And between that and Jamba Juice, that was a bad story.
Oh, yeah.
I got fired at Jamba Juice. So.
They fucked up, man. They fucked up. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm a fan of Top Chef on Bravo, so we're gonna talk
thank
about
you.
that soon. But
yeah, we're gonna bring it up. Yeah, it's all good.
I actually, and it's gonna sound really bad, but there's days where I've binge watched like 8 or 10 hours of production. The whole season, you know what I mean? The whole season, and then you go to the grocery store and you try to get the same shit they made, and you try to make that shit, and it turns out like fucking garbage, and then you end up at the sushi shop anyway. So that's my shit.
You know, it's the beautiful thing about, you know, not just Top Chef, but about food, but you know, as I progressed in this career, and it's the only reason why I'm in my position I am now, the only reason why Edward's in this position that he is now, because no matter what you look like us, and we make, you know, we both cook beautiful, amazing food.
Right.
We don't give a fuck what you look like, as long as the food's delicious.
Right.
You know what I mean? We could look like whatever.
That's all that matters.
And that's all that matters. And it's this intimate thing. Like, I know people eat his food and they feel touched. People eat my food and they feel touched.
Right.
And like, I think that's the beautiful thing about food.
It's
That
art.
it could bring, it's art. It could bring people together.
It's
you know what I mean?
'cause I feel like the same thing with like with my music, and I associate that with food because it's
All
like,
day. Right. All day.
You know, just like you eat the food and make you feel good, you listen to a song and make you feel good.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can eat some food that remind you of a happier time.
Yeah.
You can listen to a song that remind you of a happier time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or look at a picture. It's all art. It's all expression. You know what I mean?
You know, respect to your music and creativity, though. It's like, what's the art that you put out? It's not physical. You can't touch it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you listen to it.
Right.
Our food, it's in your mouth. You feel it and all that
it's
stuff.
in your stomach, in
so
your belly.
so it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy that, like, honestly, the music and sounds that you make is an idea. It's a symbol.
Right.
And then people hear it and then they get affected by it. So that's crazy on its own. You know what I mean?
No, but I hear what you're saying. Though, it's actually something that, man, you
you
that's
can feel
why
it.
I love food.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. And I want to tell everybody out there, man. I mean, for me, like, food makes me happy, and that's why I know that I can go to a restaurant one day. I can go to any restaurant that I like on any given day, and I can have exactly what I want.
Right.
And what in life, whatever can you do? I mean, whenever can you do that?
Right.
Have
It's
exactly
your
what you
choice
want.
to be happy, and you can have. And
Okay, I know getting this rib.
it's the same
is gonna
every
make me
time.
happy.
Right.
You feel me?
Or the
But-
foie gras.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Duck liver, man.
Yeah.
That
Shit
right
fire.
there.
Duck
yeah.
liver
Oh my
pate.
God. Duck
Yeah.
liver pate.
Ah.
But okay, so finish. So you go to that restaurant. You start doing your thing. What was the transition from, like, you know, doing your thing as a chef to when you get the call that you could go on TV?
I don't even know,
Did
man.
you audition? You had to audition?
Yeah, I had a few homies that suggested that I audition.
So they were doing San Francisco edition of Top Chef, and you auditioned for it?
Not really. I just submitted, and then
Okay. Top Chef in general. Okay.
yeah, 2 Top Chef, and then they called me, and they had.
They
a few
probably pick what
interviews.
cities they have people in and shit like
and
that.
then the process, they told me to apply back again next year.
Okay.
And then I did, and I got on. So.
And how was that? It was a dope ass house out there or something, and you all stayed there.
Oh,
or?
that shit was a mansion.
Yeah.
Like when we was in Telluride, which is right next to Aspen.
Right. Oh, I remember it.
It was like that was like a $10,000 penthouse, and they got us 2. $10,000 a night penthouse, and they had us in 2.
Wasn't it crazy to be in there with all those different personalities though? Like,
it was cool. I mean,
Chef Melissa.
I mean, we're from the
Chef Melissa. Shout out.
Yeah, I love Chef Melissa. That's the homegirl. What's up, Rahelia? What's up, man? Adrian, she's that's the homegirl in New York holding it down. Chris, Butterfunk made the best biscuits I ever had in my life.
Right. I can imagine the breakfasts at those
Mad
joints are
love.
probably fucking dope. Like
Mad love.
you got like 10 top chefs in the building. Let's see who's gonna cook today.
But just let me speak on like the Top Chef drama. Like,
yes, please do.
I'm a happy dude. In the Bay, we got so much love. We got Black Panthers, we got hippies, we got soul. Like, everybody fuck with each other.
Everybody.
Yeah,
and for anybody sleeping under a rock, Bravo, which is a huge TV network, has a cooking competition, and they're in like 12 or 15 seasons now, maybe more. And you were definitely a participant in one of these seasons.
Check me out. Follow me on Instagram at Chef2DavidFu.
Right.
You can figure out how to spell it out. You figure it out. It's cool.
Get the Cambodian version.
Get the Cambodian version. The Vietnamese version.
Yeah, so y'all in that mansion, man. You got all them chefs. Tell them about like, what would y'all do for fun? Because I know it's a tense situation because y'all going at each other every day.
Shout out to Whole Foods, man, because whatever we wanted in that fridge, they were loaded up for us, man. Like, no matter, we had no budget, so we always cooking every day, man.
God damn, I can only imagine that.
And BMW sponsored us with X5s to like go around and stuff like that.
I saw those because you would jump in them and go to the stores to get your shit.
And that's like a $120,000 car, man.
Yeah. I remember that.
BMW need better representation with Asians, so holla on me.
I'll take one of them.
I'll take one of them. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so y'all up in there, y'all going at each other. But was y'all getting
Just let me speak on that like real quick, dog. my uncles, my dad, the men in my family. I mean, they're OGs. You know what I mean? Like we're immigrants, and they've been through war. Like a lot of people in my family were trained to hold AKs at a young age. You know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, that's just all in efforts to like, protect your family. And my dad always tells me, it's usually the man who smiles the most who's been through the most.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm a happy dude. Just because I'm smiling, don't misinterpret that.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Stop smiling, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all
problems.
Yeah. Mind you, I'm from Oakland, man. So town business and Crestside. You know what it is? And Fresno over here.
Yeah.
All day off top. You know, really though, if you give respect, you get respect, and that's just not in the hood. That's not in California. That's all over the world. So
that's life in general.
Yeah, and then a lot of people on Top Chef, you know, they get at each other sideways. But I think people knew better to come at me sideways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oakland, they don't make like Fresno. They don't make
like this dude is from the town. He will town tax your ass. Like don't do it.
Like Sacramento, ain't nothing soft and sack.
Like real talk. Like if you got something to say to me, then say it to my face, and we could deal with it. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of that, like cat and dog and cat back and forth type stuff. Yeah.
Nobody said anything to my face, so I didn't care.
I'm talking about just
in general, in the house.
Yeah.
I say for this season though, like for real, everybody was like really cool with each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They said it was like one of the friendliest seasons. You know?
Word, okay.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like at some point, you know, the industry needs to evolve to that. You know, like with rap music, we had the East and West Coast beef that everybody built up, and then. Once we get over that and all the networks come together, that's how you empower each other.
Sure. But it's egos, though.
It's egos, though.
With artists, with artists, you're going to have egos. That's just how it is.
Real talk. No matter what industry.
I said with artists, y'all artists to me.
Just food artists.
Just let me speak to chefs, man. The pie's big enough for everybody, man. You know what I mean? And the enemies aren't with each other, with me and you, whatever. The enemies, everyone else that ain't giving you the money.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like I said this to you, Mac, before, right? We on this money tip, you know?
Yeah.
Money, at the end of the day, it all speaks the same language, no matter what color you are, no matter where you're from. See, either you speak it or you don't.
Straight up.
You know what I mean?
Either you got it or you don't. You feel me?
You feel me?
Hey, so finish telling us about the whole Bravo thing, man. You're doing that, and I see y'all the Top Chefs when we was at Koshan 555, which is a food competition.
Tell them about that.
Shout out to Brady Lowe and Koshan 555. Yeah.
Koshan, I'll try to explain it a little bit. Koshan 555 basically is my man Brady has he's basically I call him the Willy Wonka of pork. He go around to all the major cities, and he has the 5 best chefs in the city, get 5 of the best raised pigs. You feel me? Now these pigs live better than most people.
Right.
And the chefs have to do 5 different things with the pig. They get 1 pig and they have to make 5 dishes, right? And at the end, they judge. I was blessed to be able to judge for 3 years, and it's like a life-changing event. It's like better than Christmas for me.
Koshan
you feel
555.
Koshan 555. Shout out Brady and I got hooked up through my man Cool Keith. Shout out to Cool Keith, Ultramagnetic MCs. And it's basically like, man, I'm talking about you. It's Food Network to the 10th power. Great people, great food. It's always fly. Some of the top chefs some of the best chefs that I ever got a chance to eat their food. And it's just a dope experience, you know what I mean? Me and him have so much fun at them things.
I bet.
But tell them some more about that.
Yeah, man, you covered most of it though. But usually it's like the pig event of the year. No matter what it said, and he does like every month. Mm-hmm. And then we have companies like Silver Oak Wines. They drop like $200-$300 bottle wines. Jack Daniels, Sky Vodka, like
everybody.
The whole 9. And Ed's been to it too. He's done it a few times. I ran into him a few times.
They having a food contest, but at the same time they having a wine contest.
Right.
I'm just saying this: you got money out there, and you trying to boss up, you trying to bring your lady through, or even your dude through, or whatever.
Oh my God.
You got to come through Koshan 555 because that's what's happening.
Koshan 555,
you know what I mean?
Man. It will broaden your horizon on food. It's like if you want to impress a girl or a dude, man, bring them through there, man.
Let me call out all the athletes and basketball players. If you making millions and you taking your lady to the Cheesecake Factory, it is not. It is not.
We don't rock with Red Lobster, man.
You know what we gonna do? We gonna game you up with Mac right here, and he gonna show you how to eat.
No, matter of fact, I ain't gonna tell you nothing because I'm gonna take your bitch. You feel me?
The Mackin Ass Mall, Mr. MAC Mall, 22 years deep.
Yeah. So I know that was like just a dope experience to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And I see you guys together, everybody from that season. I see how you guys are like a little family. Yeah. And that's really dope. You know what I mean? Because you guys competed against each other, and now y'all like a dope posse. You feel me?
Yeah, off top, man. I tell you something, man. It's I think a coward fears people.
Right.
A coward gets angry, and real men or real women or people who have confidence. They'll share and show love. You know what I mean? Because you got to open yourselves up. You got to let your walls down.
Yeah.
So real recognize real. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. Would you do that again? Would you go on another reality show and go through that experience?
That shit was hard.
Right.
But if they invited me back, I probably would do it, you know?
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, it's like you want to play with the big dogs, you want to play with the big dogs.
Of course,
right?
and you probably could win. Like, there's your chance. You could have a chance again, you know, like...
Can you tell them, like what you got popping now? Like all the dope stuff as far as the products, things you was doing in LA, all that stuff. Let them about that. And the pop-ups too, please.
Yeah, so right now I'm doing a traveling dinner series all across the nation.
Nice.
I got sponsored by a few folks. Koshan, Feasley, Silver Oak.
How do I get the invite on that?
You've been got the invite.
Hey, thank you.
On Instagram.
I do now, yeah, I do.
Instagram, Twitter, and follow him because y'all need to go to his pop-ups. I'm talking about...
So thank you, Mac. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, across all handles at Chef 2 David Food. You follow me, then you'll see that I'll be at your city. I'm doing. I just did Venice. I just did Brooklyn. It went over real well, and then it's this month coming in May. I'm doing Rhode Island. Yeah. So that's one of my projects. But one of my main things is, as Max said, is being an artist. Right. So I'm trying to, storytell through food, through different outlets of media. So right now I'm working on a docuseries. KQED, PBS. It's called First Kitchen.
Oh, nice.
And it's telling people's first relationship or interaction with food from all different perspectives. And it's not about the chef that's sitting in his garden looking at a tomato getting inspired and said, this is the best tomatoes and I want to make that look the same thing on a plate. Nah. I'm not from that, you know what I mean?
You're from the real life story of your food story came from your family, like
exactly.
Your mom, right?
And then we grew,
your generations.
I grew up in Oakland, so it's the inspiration from my mom, my dad. One of the episodes about them coming over and how, real talk. Like I'm gonna be straight up. Like we grew up. I grew up in poverty. I don't want to say poor. You know what I mean? But we made less money than other people, and in a means to survive, my parents had to do interesting things with food.
Is she so very proud of you? I'm sure she is.
Oh yeah, man.
CBS. I mean, you got like a series. There's public broadcasting or CBS?
No, PBS.
PBS.
Yeah, PBS.
Even on PBS, on public broadcasting series is like huge.
It's like you and what is it? Yan Can Cook. What's the one?
Martin
Yan. Shut up.
He's on that too. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I always watch his shit.
Yeah, so I mean, and the other thing is like we're trying to tell stories of like people who usually don't have voices,
Yeah.
And another episode that's real important to me that shines to my heart, because is we're gonna do. I do work at San Quentin Prison or in penitentiary,
right?
And I volunteer on Mondays there to work with the men there,
like in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, teaching them, certifying them, and these are people who they didn't have those appropriate or right male role models where they could say like, you're a good person, you've done a good job, or this is how you say please, this is how you say thank you. This is how you work with a team and all that stuff. So
just the staples that people should be taught.
And it means a lot to me. People always say like you're an inspiration to them. No, fuck that. They're inspiration to me. You know what I mean?
Some of them dudes probably getting out and never thought that they had talent. You know what I mean?
Now they know,
So now they like, man, I can do it.
Shout out to James Seeger. He's in SAC right now. He's working at the kitchen over at Midtown Broderick Kitchen. Doing real well. Came out of San Quentin, came out of that program, and he's been straight up since. Locked up 30 years.
Wow.
30 plus years.
It's amazing.
Wow.
I believe in redemption. I believe in human compassion, and I think the rest of the nation should. You know what I mean? Because the way we lean in on politics is is really stupid.
Yeah,
we
I
can't just
agree.
lock people up and forget about them.
What's your shirt about? $1 million raised.
So this is Pigs and Pinot. I did a dinner with Charlie Palmer.
Sounds good, Pigs and Pinot.
You know what I mean? It was like it was at the Healdsburg Hotel. You know what I mean? Like bunch of wine, bunch of pork.
In the beautiful Napa wine country?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what I do too? Like, you know, when somebody give me a shirt, I rock it real hard. You know?
Oh, I know all about it.
And, you know, speaking about this dude to my right too, he came out of the criminal justice system too.
Right.
Yeah,
You wanna
most of
speak
my
on that?
life.
Yeah.
Like from like 12 to 21, I was locked up. Like, I mean, my last shot was like I was facing 9 years and 2 strikes.
Wow.
And
now you have pop-up donut shop. That's
now,
very
like, I mean, I
successful.
won like Rising Star Pastry Chef like in the country. I've won.
That's right.
I've done tons of like.
He slept with somebody for that one.
I mean,
hey, all I want is some donuts. What do I gotta do? You know?
Whatever works. Whatever works. But
Nah,
yeah,
but this
it's like,
dude's solid, man.
I like the tat on your face though. Like that shit looks dope.
But and it's dope that like, you know what I mean. If from the outside you'll look at him and you'll be intimidated, and he make like all the sweetest shit.
Right.
That's the fun part. It's like the restaurants I've worked in. It's like people are paying like $300 a person to come in and eat, and they see me come out, and they don't expect someone that looks like me with my background to put up the food I do.
Right.
And it's cool. It's like, you know what? Like I'd rather them underestimate me and where I came from, and then see my shit and blow them away.
It's kind of like when I see this, and it's when the whole sensationalism of chefs came about, because now it's like almost like bad boy shit. Like you're a bad motherfucker if you can go on those Top Chef shows and cook. And a lot of these guys that come on there look like you. So that's like showing the world that it's not a box that you're defined in. It depends on your talent.
I mean, but some of them though is like them tattoos they got.
Wild.
Like, I mean.
The knife and the forks and the...
I mean, they got them like after it got cool.
Right, that's what I mean.
We had these before.
It came after the sensationalism
like mine were done with
of
staples
bad
and
boy
stuff.
chefs. Like that started with Top Chef.
I think that's called bitch asses.
They rock stars though. They rock stars.
Right.
They looked at as like rock stars and shit.
Right, like bad boys. Like, but that all kind of started when I started watching Top Chef.
That sounds kind of like Nick Carter.
Sensationalized.
Or Justin Bieber getting
Oh, and I
tats.
know that's totally not you. We got some Too Short queued up for yo ass.
Let me ask you a question though. Is working in a kitchen, is that like being on a ship where, you know what I mean, where everything got to roll and they barking out orders and everybody got to do a certain thing, and if one person don't do something right, then the whole thing
probably crumbles.
If you came from the kitchens that him and I came from, it's more like the CIA. It's more like the military.
Right.
Discipline, precision. You know, in the top kitchens that I worked in, they would look at your fingernails, they would look at your attire.
You can't be shaky. Yeah.
You got to be shaved.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
that's the test that they put you to on some of these contests too. You have to, it's like a 60-second test, and you have to be able to taste 9 different ingredients and see what that is palatable wise. Like, is it a kidney bean? Is it a fucking melon? Like, what is it? You're blindfolded. Your palate has to be on point.
Yeah.
You have to be, the confidence is key in cooking, because I cooked for a neurosurgeon. I used to care for a neurosurgeon that was retired, and he couldn't use his hands anymore, so I had to make his breakfast, and he'd be like, you have to make me a perfect egg. And I'm like, a sunny side up perfect egg for a neurosurgeon is very hard. Like, the pressure is there. And he's like, just go in there and know you can do it, because I've had it. You've made it. And I was like, okay. So every morning it's like, how's this day going to roll? Because if the yolk breaks, I'm fucked, you know?
Because you know a measure of a good chef is cooking eggs off top.
Right.
You know?
Word. Right.
Real talk.
Word. Yeah, egg is the first
when I
structure.
interview people, I tell them to scramble me some eggs.
Yeah, they had people hold one hand behind their back and cook eggs. Like, that's a test.
I had some chicks make me some awful eggs in my life.
Hey, well,
She ain't the one. She ain't the one, bro. She ain't the one, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I
man.
make a mean cheese egg, and I make a hella neurosurgeon approved sunny side up egg. So, but it's a lot of butter.
For cooking though, you feel me? Hey, yeah, man, that's very dope, man. You know what I mean? All the stuff you're doing, like with the inmates and stuff. I think that's real cool, man.
I mean, because real talk is like, you know, us coming from all the same places and stuff. Like, they're not inmates. You know, those
They're
are our
just
brothers.
our people.
Those are our
Right.
friends.
That's
Those are our
people.
cousins. You know,
That's somebody's fiance and somebody's son and somebody. Yeah, it's somebody's
you know,
people.
You know, like, I mean, I shed tears, man, but I know that, you know, if, you know, the last time, you know, shout out to Riff, like he passed away like 2 years ago. He got murdered over there in '98 during a rap music video shoot. You know, real sad or whatever, but like, you know, it's sad because, you know, I remember when I was doing that work, and I had just mentioned it because it just happened, and then somebody's like, I know Riff, you know what I mean, because he used to be in there.
Right.
You know? Like that's that's painful, man. You know,
man.
So it just makes the circle smaller. You know, like we wanna really divide ourselves and talk about rich or poor or black or white or east side or west side and all that other bullshit. But like when you really look at death and how it impacts people, it's a really fucking small circle, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man,
like,
for sure.
You know, and especially you talk about history. Like if I talk about history and you go back further,
right?
Just with food, the further you go back with food, the older the recipes, the more you see that the flavors are the same. Because everybody eats bread, everybody eats stew, everybody eats rice, everyone eats beans.
Yeah.
Like,
what's your favorite dish?
Yeah.
What do you like the most?
Good question.
I'm feeling this donuts right here on Milk Money right now. You know what I mean? That's my favorite thing.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to come try those out for real.
I'm telling you, man.
What was your favorite song growing up?
Rap or R&B?
Rap.
Rap
song. Yeah, we got time. We got 30 minutes.
I was just
Make
you guys
sure you
remember
get
the
it in.
Delinquents?
Oh yes, the late nighter on the late nighter.
Mac Mall.
You wasn't that late Barry Yesler, man. I was there, man.
Yeah, it's called. I think it's the one I like. It's called Late Night by Delinquents. Russ is gonna look it up for you right now. We're gonna
Off
play
top.
it for you.
Yeah, slap that.
Oh, we don't have that. Okay, you can't do YouTube tonight.
USB right now.
Oh, can you do Too Short? Any of that?
I have some Too Short.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's play some short, man. Town business, man.
We're gonna
It's
take
on
a
Players
little,
Holiday,
We're gonna
too.
take a little break. We're gonna play some music. We're gonna get it together so we know what else we got to cover when we come back. I got a little pizza in there. I know it's nothing like what you make, but
No, it's all
you
good,
can
man.
always have a slice of it. You know.
Thank you.
We're coming back with Chef David too. We'll be back. Yeet.
So you motherfuckers thought I was gonna change my style.
So what are you saying, Ty?
To all you bitches, hoes, and all that shit. Here's another rap that I'm ready to spit. It goes like this. My name is Short. I'm tearing shit up like never before. Pimp, slaps, making snaps. Cold cash money and Too Short raps. Oakland, California, that's where I'm from. The city where the boys say you don't want none. But if you do, I'm gonna tell you this. Truths and vogues ain't really shit. Wanna roll so hard all the time. You and that bitch playing Too Short rhymes. If you ask me what it's all about, I'll say it's about that money. But if you ask me, could you have some? I'll say it doesn't concern me. Ronald Reagan came up to me and said, do you have the answer to the U.S. economy and a cure for cancer? I said, what are you doing in the White House if you're not selling cocaine? Ask your wife, Nancy Reagan, I know she'll spit that game. Like one night she came to my house and gave me a blowjob. She licked my dick up and down like it was corn on the cob.
Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
Oh shit. You done fucked up, man. You done put two of America's most wanted in the same motherfucking place at the same motherfucking time. Y'all niggas about to feel this. Break out the champagne. Motherfucking condoms. Have one on us, alright? Picture perfect. I paint a perfect picture. Bomb the hooches with precision. My intentions to get with you with that and double OP. Dog, my fucking homie. Use a cold ass nigga on them all.
Show enough. I keep my hand on my gun, cause they got me on the run. Now I'm back in the courtroom, waiting on the outcome. Free Tupac is all that's on the niggas' mind. But at the same time, it seems they trying to take mine. So I'ma get smart and get defensive and shit. And put together a million march for some gangster shit.
So now they got a slate. Two multi-millionaire motherfuckers catch a case. Bitches get ready for the throwdown. The shit's about to go down. Me and Snoop about to clown. I'm losing my religion. I'm vicious on these stool pigeons. You might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Niggas be acting like you savage. They out to get the cabbage. I got nothing but love for my niggas living life.
I got a pit named P, she niggerina. I got a house out in the hills, right next to Chino. And I think I got a black Beamer. But my dream is to own a fly casino like Bugsy Siegel. And do it all illegal. And get scooped up by the little homie in the Riga. It feel good to you, baby bubba. You see, this is for the G's and the keys, motherfucker.
Now follow as we ride. Motherfuck the rest. Two of the best from the west side. And I can make you famous. Niggas been down for years. So how can they blame us? I live in fear of a felony. I never stop belly needs. Motherfucking G's.
the most. Straight from the Frisco City, West Coast with something up my sleeve. It's just my pet peeve about these niggas who be tripping about these niggas who be tripping about these niggas. Oh my God, they didn't feel. Each one of them some victims with some jaws that got swell. With the hard blow from the steel toe boots. Cause mama always said, boy, put them feet to use. And don't get mad, cause we won't flip flop. Cause RBL just like a truck with no brakes. Punk it, don't stop. Like Tony the Tiger, you know our shit is like great. Cause we ain't coming corny like some you from the place.
So any, mini, money, mo. Should a nigga pick a hoe? I think I squat to the house for the gat. I bring us back some endo, pretendo. If you wanna, I think I'm gonna step to the back and bust a cap and watch a real ass nigga scat. See it be on my block. We poppin' a cop with a Glock. Even them young niggas giving shots. We gives a fuck about a cop, but getting our props by burning cops like Knack Chopper. So what? You can smoke an ounce to this, biatch. While my niggas on the road smoking stove and all bounce to this.
Front, back, side to side. Like you motherfuckers bounce to this. We go front, back, side to side. Like you motherfuckers bounce to this. We go front, back, side to side. Like you motherfuckers bounce to this. We go front, back, side to side. Like you motherfuckers bounce to this.
So knick-knack, paddywhack, give a bitch a crack sack and a fat smack with a motherfucking nutsack. And bust back in the battle. I'm like a rattlesnake, I don't fake. Bust one cap out the 8 in my...
Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody.
Step into the party, pimpin' is my hobby. Yo, bitches hating more because she knew she never got me. Cuddy smoking blunts because we all young ballers. Coming straight from Cali, Crest Creepers, what they call us. Ain't nobody tripping cause we all about our fatty. Strip full of caddies and them motherfucking Chevys. Cut things, Mustangs, 5.0s. Bitches in my party and they feeling two-toe. Me, I'm hella saucy, but I don't sniff blow. I'm known to bust them raps with that killer pimp flow. Hoogies in my face and they all poppin' pussy. But bitch, I get so deep up in that yacht, you wanna jug me with a butcher knife. So back up out my life. I cannot be your boyfriend, but I can lay the pipe. The party's full of folks, all my cutties from the turf. I crack a pint of heme and now we all getting hurt, yeah.
Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody.
Let my cutty hold my thing, cause my folks is way deep. It ain't about the game you hear, it's about the game you peep. I'm seeing niggas slapping hoes cause they getting out of line. I crack up as I act up off that Bossier in line. The bitch in front of me got yacht longer than the G block. So now I'm freaking baby girl, hands on the cock. Just then, guess who bust in? A bitch I'm fucking with, oh, I didn't know that was your cousin. But before she tripped, I tried to act dumb. I put her in her place, Crest Side is where I'm from. And a matter of fact, fuck both of y'all hoes. You're fucking with some pimp, so the story goes.
Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a tally and don't tell nobody.
I think that you and me need to stop playing games and go smooth up a tree. On your knees in a telly, hop from Hennessy. Put them legs on my shoulders, now I'm going way deep. She took the dick from the pussy straight to her throat. I love it when I'm drunk and fucking with a nympho. Slide to the slide, K to the Y. Keep a hat on my shaft, cause I don't wanna die. I heard a bitch lie, told her friends that I made her cream. Straight shot shaking, trying to aggravate my team. But game don't stop until the casket drop. Or the feds heat down my dough. Top notch bitches picking more like a fro. Never would a player go low. A bride that's thinking that must be smoking dope. So all the max kick back because Mac Martin came anew. And in the B-town, this is what we do.
Everybody
get a telly and don't tell nobody. Everybody's getting everybody. Let's get a telly and don't tell no.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Easy motherfucking E with the chrome to your dome. Cruising in my 6'4" rag top. I got a lot of juice, a lot of fucking block. Now when I
Hey, it's your girl Mick Yee, Major Key, Connected Radio, 360 Radio. Big shout out to the sponsors, Go Dare Magazine, Boss Lady Products, City of Trees Smokeouts. We also have American Cream has laced us up tonight. Lots of shirts, lots of goodies. Big shout out to American Cream. Big shout out Chicken Hill, one of the sponsors of the program as well.
Shout out Chicken Hill.
We got tickets to several shows. If you guys want to call in, 916-826-5895. I have poppin' ass shows every Monday night. If you're not familiar with me, you need to get familiar. Tap the fuck in. Shout out to Gager as well for their party yesterday. I went to there. Sat down with Rick Lee. Sat down with Black Mark. Sat down with Static Selecta. Like seriously big move on my end. You know, like I have been working a long time and I finally got some recognition. So I want to thank Gary Archer actually for putting me on to that. So big shout out to Gary Archer. I appreciate it. And everybody in this room, like all of y'all are part of my journey. Like Maul is one of the biggest catapults that I've got in this shit. So he knows that I've always leaned on him for support. So I appreciate that. We love you, yay! Back to the interview. So we were just in the hallway talking about food allergies because my DJ has like severe food allergies. We used to have a person come in here and cook sometimes, and they'd be like, try to give him a plate, and he was like, I can't have that. Yeah, I can't have that. Yeah, I can't have that. Like, can't have that. You know. So it's like we were talking about like intolerances versus preference, and as for chefs, it gets hard because people are requiring things nowadays because of preference versus intolerance, and that's where you need to draw the line with the bullshit and the extra shit. So we were just kind of going through that in the hall. But as far as the movement with the youth, Chef David, let them know what you're working on as far as what you're doing with these kids and what you want to do with these kids out here in your city.
So, you know, I do visits over there at Ralph Bunch out in West Oakland, you know, continuation school. I call it an alternative school because just because you ain't learning a traditional system.
Right. I was in a continuation. I was the best of the worst. I was valedictorian and student body president.
But we should call it an alternative school because people learn differently. You know what I mean?
I was there.
I had to learn on my own that, I mean, I don't want to say this, but I didn't go to school much, you know what I mean? But I got good grades. I was in honors classes in high school at Oakland Tech. Shout out Oakland Tech.
Hey.
You know?
You really are from the town.
Yeah. Shout out to Oakland Tech. But, you know, honestly, the way I learned was like I would just take the book home and study. You know what I mean? I read on my own time. It's kind of hard for me, my personality, to have somebody tell me what's going on because I didn't need that, you know? I just, you know, people learn differently. Right. Like off top, and we got to respect that. So I call that an alternative school. Mm-hmm. So, you know, shout out to Ralph Bunch, grew up at the Infirmary Pool. If you guys were in West Oakland and you guys were at the pool and there was an Asian kid, that was me in the 90s. You can't miss me. And no, it wasn't somebody else. Whoever say that's somebody else, you bullshitting. I was there. Right. You know what I mean?
Well, not only can you cook, but you are very attractive. I have to tell you that. You're very attractive,
you,
nice looking young man. How old are you?
24.
Damn, I'm the opposite. I'm 42, so I'm
no, you're 24.
All right, I'm 24.
Then I just turned 33. God bless you.
God, success is successful as shit from young.
You know, my favorite thing is, my favorite thing out of life is that I wake up every day. You know what I mean? Count your blessings. Wake up. Every day you wake up, you have an opportunity to do something. So get up off your ass, man. Make a change. Amen.
Every day is another chance, and that's what I've learned every day. Because I'll fail one day, the next day I win like a motherfucker. It just don't. You never know how the tables are gonna turn.
And take fail out of your vocabulary. You don't fail. You take a loss.
People been teaching me how to not say certain words lately. Because I do say some words that shouldn't be said.
Yeah, don't say fail. You took a loss, and then you take a step back to take 5 steps forward. So it's a learning lesson.
Lesson. You learn from it.
Yeah. The only time you fail is when you give up. So just don't give up. Right.
That's good advice. Yeah. That's good advice, and I'm lucky enough to have people that are in the know and tapped in enough to coach me on my vocabulary, because it is all about speaking it into the universe, speaking it into existence. It works. It's real. Like your words are very powerful. So I'm glad that people are teaching me which ones to use and not to use, because I use them so frequently. Like this weekend, I talked so much, my tongue was swollen. It was like the last time that happened was after a show, and it wasn't like talking. I had a lot to do this weekend, so I realized that that's part of the being a host. You know, you have to scream, you have to yell, you have to get in with the crowd, and it's like my mouth after this whole show, and I smile so much and I laugh, and my cheeks hurt, and my mouth is like crazy stuck on smile because I love my job. I love what I do.
That's a good problem to
hosting parties, hosting interviews. It's like, why not? This is my shit. You know, this music is what I grew up on. I know it by heart. And these interviews are people that are organic. Like, this is organic reach. This is real. This is we know each other through a mutual loved one. So
and then your vibes that you're admitting and all that stuff. It speaks your passion.
Right.
You know what
It's
I mean?
real.
So,
like, I'm transparent as
it.
shit. I am an open book. So anybody who wants to ask me shit, they can. They know that. So what's the next move for you? What's next for you, like, this summer? What are you doing? What can you drive people to help you as far as what you're doing?
So like I said, I got the docu-series coming out. So,
okay, PBS.
And we're trying to find funding to, do the whole thing for like a whole series and a few seasons. And KQD and PBS, they said that they were gonna like show our stuff, but we're trying to evolve that, and we're trying to do it from like a real like boss entrepreneurial sort of stance where we own our own content, very similar, inspired by Mac. You know what I mean?
Like how you own every record that I ever.
He
put
owns
out.
all of his.
Amen.
Records.
That
right.
So when you support me, you actually support me and not a corporation. Just
exactly.
Want to let you know. So support my man, and you're gonna support him and allow him to do things in the community. You feel me?
Exactly,
so,
man.
Each one teach one. Yeah. No.
Exactly. So that's things that I think we can learn from the hip hop and rap music community, especially from Pac and Mac Dre, and all that stuff. Mac Mall, preaching. Is that they pivoted, and then they started to become entrepreneurs. I feel like chefs are starting to turn the show turn and pivot in the same light. Yeah. I think Edward's a good example, and I'm trying to do the same. So to all you chefs out there complaining about the work is too hard, number one, you shouldn't be complaining about work is too hard. You should be complaining about opportunity. Make it for yourself.
Right.
Hello.
Period. Right.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be hard. It's work.
Exactly.
You're supposed to put in work. Yeah.
You feel me?
It's nothing. You're not going to gain anything of importance without putting some grit into it. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, you know what? I tell you this, man. If you're complaining that it's too hard, you ain't hungry enough. Number one.
And you don't love it.
Number two, I'll take your spots. Cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let me take your seat. I need to put my feet up.
Well, that's the best way to look at it. For as far as like contributing to this PBS series, how can they get funding to you? How are they collecting that?
Follow me on Instagram and I'll share the links.
Okay, wonderful.
Also shout out to Royal Sunset High School out in Hayward and Haystack. I'm coming to your school.
Oh, what?
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's all for the kids. I don't, other schools and other organizations they try to pay to get speakers in. It's not about that, man. It's about inspiration.
Yeah.
And Ed does that too. He speaks to juveniles and
straight up. I mean, I got to do it. It's like no one talked to me when I was a kid.
You kind of need that, right? You know what you needed.
Yeah, I fell into this, and it's like, why not be able to go and talk to him and tell him, like, you know what, like, look at me.
You have
like,
a
if
voice.
I can do it,
yeah,
like,
you
I
should.
mean,
yeah,
it's like there's not just that one route. I mean, gangbanging and selling drugs is fun, but it's not. End of the
You're
day.
not supposed to say that.
I mean,
it's internet radio. You can say whatever you want.
I mean, but end of the day, though, it's like you're gonna end up either like locked up or dead.
Right.
I mean, it's like,
there's no
be able-
longevity in it. Correct.
Right. Ain't no good in game.
Right.
You know
right.
What I mean?
It's
but,
true, man.
But like the thing that you guys are doing, you never know like what you're gonna spark in somebody's mind. You know what I mean? And where that will send them. You feel me?
Could be anything. Yeah.
'Cause I know me, like if I didn't have a dream or a goal, like I'll probably just be coming home from the pen for bank robbery. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, I'm from the turf. I'm of my neighborhood. You know what I mean? But the only thing that separated me from some of my other brothers, you know what I mean, is that, I had something that I can focus on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it wasn't all the other shit, you know what I mean? I didn't trip off of. I just stayed focused on what I had to do. And the same thing, like with y'all. And, I had things that sparked something in my head to where I saw that, man, things is bigger than my neighborhood. You know what
real
I mean?
talk, man.
The world is big, and through that travel, that just sparked something in my head. And it's like what y'all doing with the youth. You getting at them. You never know who you gonna touch and where that person is gonna take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Could be the next Chef Ed. Could be the next Chef
You
Ed.
know,
Could be the next Mac Mall.
Hello.
Exactly, man. And just real talk, like, for everyone out there trying to make money and trying to get rich and all that stuff, and if you do, you get it. Just remember one thing, though, man. Like, you get to define what success really means, man. And sometimes it doesn't mean millions in your bank account. You know what I mean? Like, be purposeful, man.
Yeah, I'm
know
very
what I mean?
rich with no money. I say that all the time.
Real
like,
talk, man.
I'm
The way you
spiritually
breaking it
rich.
down, though, like people need to hear that though, because a lot of people, you know, we are, you know, we are bombarded with these images from the TV, from the radio, from the music of what success is.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
nobody really takes that inside and think like, hold on, let me figure out what is successful for me.
Yeah.
Right. Keeping a smile on your face every day.
Yeah.
That's success.
I mean, let me speak on what Marshawn Lynch and Mr. Fab always preach is that you pushing around in your Lambo or whatever, but how your community doing?
Straight up.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like how your community doing? I can't live like that. All I know is whatever I do, whether I got money or not, I can sleep at night. You know what I mean? And you know, I could go back to my own neighborhood. Can you? You know what I mean?
Feel good about yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
Can you? You know?
Right.
So be positive. Take care of them kids, man, because man, even though they're not your kids, I mean, they actually are your kids because they're part of your community, man.
They are community.
Takes a village, man.
And cats need to understand that word he said too.
Yeah.
Not the hood, the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they try to tell you that you in the hood. You know what I mean? But that's a community. You know what I mean? That's where y'all live. You know the old lady. You know the little kids. You know what I mean? You know the girls, the boys, where they playing and stuff like that. And we got to treat our neighborhoods as communities. You know what I mean? And look out for each other and not just be cutthroat. Like it's just me. Trick them over there, trick them dudes on that block or whatever. You feel me? Because what happened on that block, it's gonna happen to you. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that block cool like your block cool.
Right.
You feel me?
Amen, man. Amen.
That's the MAC. You know, he talks very well. You speak so well. You're so well spoken. You speak so well. And you have a donut tattooed on your arm. I just noticed that. What's on the donut?
It's that Simpsons donut.
It's the Simpsons donut.
Straight up Simpsons donut.
My favorite donut is the bacon maple, like the bacon donuts. I love shit with bacon in it.
Tell them the one you set on fire, bro.
Oh yeah, it's like so I set a donut on fire because there's a lot of shit like people are
like a flambe.
I mean, everybody's copying everybody's shit, like especially like in cooking. Everybody sees a technique, they want to do it. Like you come up with something cool, everybody else is doing it. And I finally said fuck it, and I was like, you know what? Like they want to copy my stuff. It's like I'm just gonna set one on fire.
Right.
So I just doused it in chartreuse and set that shit on fire and put it on Instagram.
Flambe donut.
I'm like fuck it. Like here, it's like copy this.
Now.
But it's fun, man.
Chef Ed, what's your Instagram?
It's Edward Joseph Martinez #1 at Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Edward Joseph Martinez #1.
Facebook, anything like that?
It's Edward Martinez Facebook.
All right, man. Y'all check him out, man, so y'all can find out where them pop-ups gonna be. You know what I mean? And get you a donut. And be on the lookout. Coming soon. The Mac Mall motherfucking donut.
Cavassier and lime. Milk Money in the building. Milk Money, correct? Milk money in the building. Get me one of those
wait,
shirts.
I got a Google alert. It's already sold out. The Mac Mall donut's already sold out.
That happens a lot.
Hey, man,
it's already sold out.
That happens a lot. That's a good guy to know right there. I want to make sure before you guys leave here tonight, you get all your links out. You tell everybody where to find you. Shout out everyone you ever wanted to shout out. But you can always catch this again because we're live streaming on YouTube, so it just archives right to our channel. So the whole show is recorded. All these antics, the shit we've been doing all night. We did a little more talking tonight than music because that's the content. You know what I mean? What?
No, I was saying, what is that?
Oh, are we?
I'm asking you.
No, we're not. We have 15 more minutes, but I want to make sure that you guys know that.
Oh, no doubt.
This is just how we kick the shit real free around here. I don't have no scripts or none of that bullshit.
It should be because it's genuine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's real free. So I told them, Top Chef coming in. David Chu's coming in, Top Chef, and they were like, oh, he's bringing food. I was like, nah, bro, he ain't bringing no
Let
food.
me ask you a question. What is you tell me in Sacramento, what's your favorite restaurant? You tell me
Oakland.
In Oakland, yeah.
Yeah, you go first.
My favorite restaurant here, I gotta be biased. I mean, Lowbrow and Block is fire because
Yeah, it is.
I
You're
do-
here. You live here.
Yeah, I live here. Like I'm the.
I'm gonna be
corporate-
harassing the shit
I'm the
out of
corporate
you.
pastry chef for Lowbrow, Block Butcher Bar. We're opening Beast and Bounty and Milk Money. It's all
Milk
like
Money.
it's one big group, and then but like my favorite place to eat is Binsho Yaki, and then Crew, like contemporary like Japanese is fire. It's like it's fire.
All right.
You kids heard that? He went from 2 strikes, criminal justice system, to was that corporate motherfucking pastry chef.
Corporate thugging.
Just to let you guys know, man, you kids out there,
Yeah, that
anything's
can
possible,
happen,
man.
right?
You
Exactly.
put work into anything can happen. Man.
Exactly.
Dreams come true, man.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the ladies love the chefs, man. Y'all be cooking the shit up. Yeah, you gotta know how to cook.
Okay, Chef 2.
So me for Oakland, it's actually I did a chef's feed video where they made me sort of like the culinary mayor of Oakland.
Nice.
It took me to 3 spots, but I'm gonna name the 2. Actually, I'll name all the 3. Those are my 3 favorite, and they're all women too.
Well, it's good. Plug them.
West Oakland, Drip Line, check it out. She's Malaysian.
Sounds good already.
You know what I mean? She does all like the spicy, the curry, the fucking fermented. Shout out to Nora, I love you. That's my sis. You guys fuck with her, you fuck with me.
Right.
And also Thai Ho, and that's on 12th and Webster. So that's a Vietnamese spot. And her mom's is actually in the back kitchen, like making like rice crepes to order. Mac, why didn't I take you there yet, Mac?
We going next time.
We going next time. There you go.
I'm gonna go ahead and invite myself. So I'm there.
Please come. Yeah, you coming.
Yeah,
you rocking.
If I was to say like my favorite restaurant in Vallejo, I'm gonna stay with Vallejo. But okay, if I want to impress somebody, I'm taking them to Thanglong. If I wanted to take a little busy bit, and I order the same thing every time.
It's the garlic crab, garlic noodles.
Garlic crab, but see, it goes like this. We get there, right? And fellas, take notes, you know what I mean? 'Cause this is what I'm probably doing with your chick. We're going to get there. We're going to start with drinks. You feel me? While we getting them drinks, we putting in the order. We're going to get what is it? The mussels that come on the little baguettes. We're going to get that. We're going to get the crab ragoons, you know what I mean? We're going to get the what is it? The calamari, the fried calamari, salt and pepper calamari.
It's so delicious.
You have to get that with the soft shell crab sauce. Because it don't come with sauce.
They don't know about that. They learn in a day.
He's
they
lacing
learn in
them
a
up.
day.
He's lacing them up.
So when you get that, you know what I mean? That's a lot of food. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you gotta, you eat that, but you still drinking though. You know what I mean? We gonna have like 3 drinks before we can get to the actual food.
Right.
I think those are all aphrodisiacs, Mr. McMahon. Aphrodisiacs, sir.
So then you go, you get the crab. You have to get the crab, but some people don't want to get messy. So you get the tiger primes and the noodles. You have to get your own bowl of noodles. I'm not sharing with you.
Right. Even if it's the BZ you're with?
Nah. She getting her own. I'm buying.
Just get your own noodle bowl, bitch. Right.
So okay. So that's a lot of food. You're gonna be stuffed. Majority of people don't even finish it. But then at the end, with the BZ, we get dessert. You know what I mean? You're gonna be stuffed. I can't handle dessert. We're gonna get dessert. Now with the dessert, this is the fly shit you can do. And tell them Magmar told you. You get the molten cake, right? I'm gonna get the molten cake with the motherfucking with the ice cream, and then you had a chick get the fried banana with the ice cream.
Okay.
So y'all can share.
There you go.
Bitch, I'm a cut though. That's right. Let them know.
But my favorite restaurant in Vallejo, I would have to say, one is in Crockett, and that's Dead Fish. You know what I mean? I like to go there. I take my mom there all the time. But also House of Soul. House of Soul in Vallejo. Yeah. Straight. It's just basically the people cooking right there. Shout out to everybody at House of Soul. Yeah. They do straight Southern food just the way your grandmother made it, you know what I mean? And it's real good. If y'all E40, that's one of his favorite restaurants, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's straight Vallejo.
Nice.
So those are some of my favorite spots.
Awesome.
I really I haven't had remarkable food since I've been in Greece. Like when I went to Greece was I went to Mykonos, and it was like having fresh fish that was caught right out of the Aegean Sea. Like
Damn.
And the woman I was with, the money was no issue. Like she had a bunch of money, so we got whatever we wanted to eat. Yeah. And that's when you do the whole fish with the head on and everything.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my God!
Better than the fish cheek.
Exactly.
Right there.
Exactly.
Like it would have been a dream for you. This is a guy who had a whole farm, like so organic goat cheese, goat milk, everything. The greens he brought us were still fresh from the sun, like hot, warm, like from the sun. So all the food was so fresh and so traditional over there. And the greens and the lemon and the olive oil. It was like I saw baklava being made by hand, homemade on the roofs and shit. It was crazy. The honey tasted, everything tasted different there. Tasted so fresh. So I came back here. I did Mediterranean diet for like a year, and then I went right back to like bullshit, American bullshit. So yeah, that's where I can remark on the best food of my life was when I traveled abroad. Like,
awesome. And it's simple too.
Yeah,
right?
very.
Yeah, that's like when I went to Italy. It was like, man, manja, 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 manja. You know what I mean? Cats was making their own stuff, bringing wine. Like one dude to bring some salami he done made.
Yeah.
Other cat bringing wine. And it's like you drunk by by like lunch. Because
Right.
lunch is their biggest
Meal.
meal.
Yeah.
You ripped.
Right.
Ripped.
Doesn't even matter
Wine
anymore.
drunk.
Right.
Wine drunk in the motherfucker, man.
That's the thing you don't do. You don't go toe to toe drinking with Italians, man.
Woo! Right. No, that's the
Don't
Greek
do
too.
it.
The Greek too. Uzo was like, "Here, you want more Uzo? You want more?" No, motherfucker, I'm done. Like, I
used
can't
to work
even
with
walk.
I used to work with a bunch of French dudes, man. I had to coat my stomach with olive oil before.
That worked.
I want to try
I had
that.
to hang, bro.
I would like to try the one restaurant I'd like to try down there that I've heard about is French Laundry. I've never been to French Laundry.
French Laundry's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's iconic, you know.
Yeah, that's why I want to go. Thomas Keller,
It's
French
like-
Laundry.
I mean, I've done per se, and it was dope.
Nice.
I mean, it was. I dropped $1,000.
I'm sure.
And it was one of the best. The food was really good, but it was just like service and everything
Experience,
was like
yeah.
it was fucking perfect.
It's experience.
And my girl just texted me and told me you had to say JJ. So how come you didn't say JJ?
JJ's Fish and Chicken?
The JJ's and Vallejo gave me food poisoning.
Oh, well, the JJ's up here is good.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
Yeah. Stop. JJ's, man, they coleslaw, man, killed me. I don't even go like to that one no more. I go to JJ's, but just not that particular one. But shout out them. I'm sure that it was something, you know.
Something wrong that day,
Somebody
right.
just set the coleslaw out or something. But I still rock with JJ's, definitely. I got a picture up in there. But they hurt my feelings. You know, it's like a girl who broke your heart. You know what I mean?
That tattoo on your neck is so dope.
Dope, man.
I need to get a picture of that like up close.
Yeah, but yeah, man. You know, you can tell a lot. You can tell a lot about a person, like, you know, where they eat and what they like.
Real talk, man.
Well, okay. What is everybody said is what is your simplest like food thing that you love? Even though y'all big chefs.
Yeah.
But what's like the simplest thing? That
See,
you like?
see, people think because I'm a chef, and I'm pretty sure it's for Edward too, that I like all this fine dining shit.
Right.
Sometimes I'm just tell you this. I love Costco, man.
Hey.
I brought four dudes there, and we each got 2 hot dogs and a soda, and I paid.
Oh,
can-
yeah.
can- Guess how much I paid?
$12.
$11
Yep.
and like 13 cents
I'm right
with tax.
on that. I'm right on that. A chicken bacon, a hot dog is like
I'm gonna game you guys
$6.
up on something.
Right.
You know, like if they
Polish dog.
If they stop, yeah, Polish dog.
You get that Polish dog.
If they stop you at the door, just be like, "Yo, my mom's is inside."
Right. Right.
Oh, I'm doing
And there's hella samples in there like all day. There's hella samples.
mom's
in
inside.
Costco.
I'm doing
You can
that
eat the
shit,
samples
man.
all day in Costco. Like
Fuck
I
yeah.
do. I walk around and
They
get
ain't really finna stop you though. You know
That's the
what I
only
mean?
reason I got my dad's Costco card.
Yeah.
They ain't looking at the picture.
Right.
I don't say, would you stop me because I'm black?
Right. Sacramento.
card.
And in Sacramento right now they'd be like, no, sir, we're not doing that. No. Just go ahead. Just go
But
ahead.
then what you gonna do when you gotta pay for your shit though? Because you gotta show the card when you pay.
Maybe
If you eat all the samples, you ain't gotta buy the food.
maybe have somebody do it for you. Be like, here, I'm gonna give you an extra $5 if you just buy my shit.
It's cheaper than a membership. You
Hell
just
yeah,
slip
hell
somebody 20, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And those lines be a bitch too. So just get in line with them.
So you said the Costco dog
Costco dog with the soda for $1.50.
for $1.50.
Yes.
What you got, Chef Ed?
You gotta hit the taco truck in Richmond.
Taco truck in
taco truck.
Richmond.
You got
Taco
tacos all
trucks
day.
are-
I
They're
mean,
slept
all
on.
day.
They're
you
slept
drop
on.
like $10 and you're full.
Horchata and some tacos from a good taco truck. I'm there. Yeah, that's the best one I've had is in Rosa, Santa Rosa.
Hey, and all you stuck up dudes shitting on spam, man.
I love spam. Fried spam
I
and
met-
eggs.
fire.
Yeah.
I met so many chefs talking shit about spam, man. You don't know
Fried
what you're talking
spam
about,
and eggs
man.
is delicious.
You're missing out.
It's
Yeah.
delicious. Masubi's delicious.
You know all the special things you guys love, like you know all you fine dining chefs that you love, like foie gras, and like pate, and chicken wings that everybody else loves. At one moment, that was a form of spam. You know,
Right.
just real talk. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we have 4 minutes left,
Okay.
and I want to make sure to
shout
exit
out,
you
Ed.
guys
Where
properly.
you can find you, your pop up,
Hey,
all
you
that
can
stuff.
follow us on Instagram, MilkMoney916.
Got it?
We'll let you guys know like when we're doing our pop-ups. We let people know like 2 days in advance. You got to get there early because we sell out in like 20 minutes. I mean, last time we did close to 500 donuts in 23 minutes.
Wow.
Nice.
And it's like,
Wow.
so it's like we're opening soon, end of the month. Beast and Bounty's opening. It's Beast and Bounty 916. Yeah, just follow us on
Man,
Instagram.
you know what you should do? You should come up and promote it when you do your pop-ups. I'll totally put that out for you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll bring some donuts. When I'm
Right.
trying to, once we open, I'm trying to get 2 out here. I'm going to do a
Even
donut
just
after
let
you.
me
Trying
know
to get,
so-
trying to get
Yo,
that
just
fire
fish sauce.
kimchi. Trying to do that
Just
Mac
let me
Mall
know
donut.
so I can we'll just push it on Instagram just like it's ours. You know,
And
like we'll put
you
it
guys
out
get
there
a hold
for
of
you.
Marshawn. Tell him I'm doing Marshawn Lynch. Beast mode.
We
It could be
can.
Skittles.
We do have a
It'll be a
link on
Skittle
there.
donut.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what's up,
I got
man.
the line. I got the line. for
Yeah,
you.
he's
Yeah.
got that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, Chef 2, get out of it, man, before we get out and tell him your shit.
So you guys want to follow me on Instagram? Once again, it's at Chef 2 David Fu. I'm traveling around the country and working on a few projects. You know, I don't want to speak on them too soon because that'll be premature.
Yeah, sometimes you got to keep it in until it happens.
Yeah, so you guys follow me on Instagram, see what I'm about. You know, real recognize real. That's why I'm going to deliver you guys all the time, every time.
Right.
But follow me in my travels. I'm going around the country.
Much love. Big pleasure. Big pleasure for this.
Thanks for having us, man. I'm glad, you know what I mean, I was able to do this.
Oh, I love it.
Mad talented, cool as shit.
I love it.
And I wanted to share him with the 360 radio people,
yes.
man. And
we appreciate you. You know that. Before you leave, I want a picture of that cutthroat tattoo on your neck. You know, and when you want to do Bone McAtee, just come in here and we'll record it for you.
Please believe it.
Yeah, no problem.
Talk to you about that.
Right, for real.
No doubt.
Gentlemen, we're going to go into some music and exit. Next week, you guys tune in. You know, I got Factors on the show every Monday night. And now, guess what? All the eyes are on me because I was just with all the top DJs in the Bay yesterday. So I want you guys to encourage your people to support the community. This is the Streets radio station right here. We play what terrestrial radio don't play. They're not playing your music, bruh. We're playing your music. So
and everybody else copies, you know.
Right. Support. We're gonna get some pictures on this wall. Thanks so much, you guys. Rest Ruthless Run.
Mature, so let me find me a nigga with a grip and hit his ass quick with one of them. What's the definition of a lick? Taking a nigga shit. Hey, put that on something. I'll put that on the click. Back to fucking work. One of the homies just got dusted. Time to do some dirt. I never trusted them busters. Shot him in the shirt. Dead on arrival. Now the town is funky. It's called survival. What y'all wanna do? They got us skunked. Well, we can just if it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. I'm heated. The niggas cheated. Played me false. We had a meeting. Shit, supposed to been squashed. I noticed one chick with a double dribble and set 'em up, y'all. She likes the money in the middle, play tetherball. Thick ass bitch. High yellow city slick a scarecrow crab or something bitches. AKA posy pussy fictitious.
She gon' hold them bitch, but shit on themself and the phone get real. Pulling out bills, front no material shit. That's when I get the killing shit.
Killing
and setting
shit.
them up and having them catch